Hello. Marlo, welcome in. Deflavored roses. 3-stream streak. That's a thing that Twitch does, huh? Thanks for being here. Enjoy your lurk. Huno, hello. Welcome in, shiny day. It's me, I'm back. I'm back to streaming. Not the best conditions to be streaming right now. Nadine, hello, shiny day. Welcome in. I'm in the middle of some remodeling. The timing worked a little funky. Could I have waited another week to go back to streaming? Yes. But I chose not to. So here we are. Hello, shiny day. It's a giant tarp behind me. Because that wall is getting painted by me. Yours truly. You can't really see it, but the wall that's over there, that is usually like has this cork texture to it that also got painted. All of the walls are getting painted eventually. And I do mean that. It's not like eventually in 3 years. It's gonna happen within the next month or two. But I needed to do it in chunks because I have nowhere to put my stuff outside of my room. So currently I just have the mattress on the floor to sleep. I'm hoping to build my bed again today after that is done drying. And I bought a lofted bed so that my bed is going to be a little high, and then things like hopefully my computer is going to go under it. But if not, I'm thinking of putting my TV and couch under there. Something's going to go under there regardless. And to answer your question, Dean, it's being painted gray, matte gray. Not to be confused with the YouTuber Matt Gray. Wonderful person, great laugh. This is the color Matt Gray. Sometimes mattress on the floor is comfy. It is. I used to have my mattress on the floor for the longest. But I eventually decided to be a little bit more of a human and have my mattress on a bed frame. And then I thought that a bed frame with storage would be nice, but the storage wasn't really that useful. So that bed frame is going downstairs on a little nook that we have under the stairs. So I can get dive bombed by cats jumping off the bed. Yeah. I'm gonna get attacked from the top rope. It's gonna be wonderful. You need support for your back. I get that. I usually am back and forth on my thought of whether or not the bed frame actually does anything, because back in my day, the bed frame would have a spring. Nice focus, camera. And that would make your whole bed a little bit more cushiony. But most bed frames that I see now do not have that. So the entire cushioniness comes from the mattress. So you might as well have it on the floor. I did see a video recently of this one woman who was like, beds are like a scam. You can just sleep on the floor. And she had an extra large dog bed that she slept on. Looked very comfy. Didn't know spring boxes were a thing till like a year ago. I guess they are like spring loaded. bed frames are still a thing. But somehow I rarely see them. I suppose they're more expensive because they are more cushiony. But I sort of prefer the cushioniness to come from my mattress. Sounds like the lady that says glasses are a scam and you're being forced into bad sight. It's teetering on there. Wish your bones will let you curl up in a big dog bed. That sounds cozy. It does sound cozy. You can buy them separately? Interesting. I will have to see how having the bed higher up does to my how that affects me in any way, if at all. Warmth shouldn't be an issue because the AC is pretty nice. The room stays the same temperature all throughout. There's no like hot spots at the top. And the ceiling is insulated, so it's fine. I just hope that it's not too high. I measured it, should be fine, but being on it will determine how comfortable it is. It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. If not, I can just build a custom bed, whatever, get some lumber. And maybe I could build something that's like over the bed and have the bed on rails. Anyways, that's for me to decide later. Bought a cushion bed frame like a year ago. Your bag really took a turn for the better. Interesting. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should add springs to my bed frame. Not that I could, because then I would hang over my stuff. Kind of weird. Anyways, today we are back to doing some artistry. Oh, I should move this actually. Where are you? Capture. No, wrong thing. Art. Capture. This capture. And this needs to go under the cam. Like that. That works. Yeah. Back to thumbnail design. I go. You all have missed a few of the thumbnails that I made during my time in the US and the last couple of weeks. That's fine. Nothing to write home about. I don't think I did anything interesting for any of those. Refresh my mind. Actually, I can just go into the recent ones. They won't load. I guess I could check on YouTube. Any interesting ones? Oh, I guess the supermarket together one. Where is that? Did have some interesting things going on with this. So this body is a thing that I drew from scratch in Clip Studio. I used one of the models and like the 3D models and angled it in such a way that it would look kind of neat, and then traced over that, and then I painted over it. I didn't have to figure out the anatomy, which made it much quicker, but I did do that. Did I do that here or did I do that in the US? Clip Studio, because that would change whether or not I have the file. If I even bothered saving it. I don't. That's fine. It's just one of the random 3D models that Clip Studio comes from. I did have to look up a model with bigger boobs because I wanted the boobs to be very prominent because it was very like anime girl vibes to make it for gamers. So that was a whole thing. Surprisingly hard to find a 3D model with big boobs on the Clip Studio Asset Store. And I guess there's also, where's the open? No. Let's go to new. One of the, you're not here because I decided not to put you in a freaking folder. Indiana. This one took some doing. I had to extract the HUD element from the gameplay image. I did do the middle frame from scratch. That was pretty easy. But this buttons actually have a curve so that I can decide how much of it is in view versus the background. And then the same for this. Actually, no, I just raw dogged that one. Then I put a little blur in it so that I could have the picture of the kitty. And I think the rest are the usual take a screenshot and make it weird. Yeah. Cool. But that's all we're here for today. It's not a review channel. This is a make things channel. So we'll go into our templates. What are we doing? Tyrant's Realm. Tyrant's Realm. Start with our thumbplate. Yeah, it's my thumbnail template. It's my thumbplate. Of course. My room is gonna get hot incredibly quickly because due to the tarp in like going across the middle of my room, I don't have access to my AC. So yeah. The next one was Gina close up. That was a really funny thumbnail. It was also a very easy to make thumbnail because I literally just took a screenshot and separated the background. Gina did all the work for me. Extremely good. Can I? Oh, yeah. Airplane Arms. Do you not know the Tommy Boy song Airplane Arms? I can play it for you. It's this one. Can my phone stop doing things? Shush. Oh. That's actually important. Oh, it is hot. I am south again, which means it is warm. Extremely warm. We had a heat wave a couple of weeks ago. Thought I had moved to the US. Unfortunately, no. That has been the hope for the last couple of years. And it's becoming increasingly hard to do, given the current circumstances. Don't know if I'll be able to do that for the next 4 years. I have to revisit that plan at a later date. Or maybe I'll just move to Canada. It will make for a shorter flight. Do I have any notes for this? I take notes on paper now. You're from the 22nd. I have no notes. I also arrived late to the stream, I believe. So I'll just have to wing it. You can have some serious thought yourself. Sadly, I don't think I have any good excuse to move into Canada. And by excuse, I mean a reason that would let the Canadian government know that it's cool and I can move there. I don't know how immigration policies are in Canada. I know that it is very difficult to move in even if you have a job offer. So maybe I'll just suck up the 30-hour trip once a year. It's twice a year because I have to go and come back. This is one of those games that is really fun. Whenever I get Jacob walking away. Image. Have family there, if I remember correctly. Your cousin's wife wasn't allowed to move there till they were married for a year or something. Interesting. So what you're saying is that I need to go visit Mary Nanners, wait a year, and then move in. This plan is starting to come together. Companies are thinking about downsizing, so you may end up working from home for a Canadian company instead. All theoretical. Already living in New England, might as well be in Canada. Patrick, hello. Thank you for the Prime resub. 4 months. My, how time does fly. Getting a screenshot of almost Punch Night. I'm glad that they called their character Punch Night as opposed to Fist Night. Different lives. Josh DC96, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in, enjoy your stay. And have a shiny day. Alright, I need to actually think of what I'm doing here. Where's the punch section of the stream? Fist Night is definitely a very specific vibe. It is. Hi, Lep. Shiny day. Welcome in. It's a very ominous frame. I wouldn't have put it past Jacob to say Fist Night. He's one to say bad things on purpose. Sometimes not on purpose. It just happens when you have a mouth and you must speak. Pretty interesting game over screen. Should I make a reference to the mummy? That would be a pretty Julia thumbnail. Which mummy? I was just thinking of grabbing... where are we? Grabbing this. It's my stylus. Grabbing this and then being like, is that my text? No, where's my text? The mummy returned. Bunch of question marks. Like that. Because this mummy does return. Excellent thumbnail. This would be a thumbnail that would show up in a video. Zoom it in a little bit more. That would show up in a video on your like homepage and has like 1 million views, but the channel only has like 20,000 subscribers. And you're like, how did this get on my feed? Why did everyone watch it? And why am I watching it? That's an option. Honestly, that's my best idea yet. It has recommending a lot of smaller channels lately. vidIQ uploaded a thing about how YouTube is boosting smaller channels. But I didn't watch it. For those who don't know, vidIQ is an extension that you can have in your browser. It tells you like metrics about your videos and stuff. And they also have a channel where they talk about YouTube changes and best practices and things like that. I rarely ever watch the videos, but sometimes I'm like, oh, that seems like an interesting thing to learn more about. I also don't use their extension anymore. I use a different extension because that one gives me mass replace text on descriptions, which I actually only need to replace one thing, and then I should probably cancel the subscription. But that's for me to think about later. Let's play around with this concept a bit more. I could do a set extension just to get this where I want it. I need to redo that text. Text is atrocious. Let's grab a new layer. We'll do, to remember where my actions are. I have this new pad. I have this new pad. It has knobs and shit. Very nifty. And it has 4 layers of stuff. Can't even show it. Yeah, it has 4 layers. It's upside down right now. And I have it F1 through F12, F13 through F25, and then good song to explain things too. And it has knobs for like, right now I have it to mouse wheel and page up and down, so I can zoom in and out, and I can change the size of my brush a bit easier. I also use it a lot for like subtitling, because I need like a bunch of hotkeys for that. And I set it up in a way that it makes sense for this. Well, I set up the shortcuts in Affinity to the buttons that I have here in a way that it makes sense to me, but I still forget where I put them. I kind of wish I could have modes rather than layers, so I could have it change depending on the program I'm using, but that would be a little difficult. So the way it works now is just fine. I think I also can rotate now, thanks to the power of things. Yeah. So I just can do some fun rotation if I need to. I was gonna extend this. So we're gonna grab this brick. Just gonna play up here. Like so. Texture is not gonna super make sense, but That's fine, we don't need it to. Can do it in all hotkey. I should. I meant to learn about all hotkey like a while ago, and then I think I saw that you needed to do some like Lua scripting. I was like, I don't want to do fucking scripting. And then I took up web development anyways, so might as well. Done web development and Python scripting, so. Wow, these breaks are not good, huh? Did a shitty job with them. Let's do that again. Can I do it well? Surely I must have the ability. Is that better? That is better. Okay. That's the lasso tool. That's my brush. That's nothing. Text. Found it. This time I'll just change the font size instead of. Oh, Control doesn't work here. It's pointing. Just do the 36 and then make it a little bigger. I want this to be bigger text. This is where I put that. This is where I put that. Nice. I'm gonna reduce the kerning. Tracking, sorry. What's kerning? I don't remember. And then we're gonna make it a little wider. Can actually use my knob. Can use my knob for this because of it being a set to mouse wheel. Can't really make it any taller than that. It's gonna look weird. What's the most I can get away with here? That E and that U are not even. $128 looks okay. I feel like I wanna separate these more. Both like and don't like this situation that I've created for myself here. Polygonal lasso, yeah, I should probably use that on the PS1 styled game. Why did I start on this side? Now. Oh, you asshole. I don't know where my point is. Oh, it reset it. Of course it did. Fine, I'll do it. I don't like that at all. I'll assume I will fuck with this. It's annoying as shit. If anything, I need you to fix your polygonal lasso tool. Okay. We're gonna duplicate you, and then we're gonna rasterize and trim. We're going to create a mask based on the selection that we just did. You need to go back down there. And then from this mask, we can create motorcycle noises. And then we can grab an effect, but in outer shadow, just give it a big radius. And a big radius, make it more intense. Get a little darker. Then that's a little bit more separated from the background. And since we isolated this guy, we can grab our good old gradient. I have a gradient button. Hold on. Nope. That's undo. That's selection. That's clone. That's text. Do I not have a gradient button? That's whatever. Don't need it. Button's right there. Probably do, I just don't remember where it is. Why does shit disappear when I press buttons? Also, why is this not going completely vertical when I press shift? Okay. Fine then, have it your way. We'll do it down the middle. change layer types here. Looks kind of cool. If I bring this guy way down here. Color dodge is an option. Soft line is an option. Or reflect makes it darker, which is kind of what I was going for. Decisions. Do I want to make it darker or do I want to make it brighter? I think darker is better. Or I could just make it black and white. Good old make it black and white. I like reflect. We'll make the colors of this mummy pop a bit more by adding a vibrant adjust. I know the mummy's dead and it's supposed to not have that many colors, but this is YouTube. Brightly colored thumbnails actually work. Bring some color back into this guy, and then we'll do a levels adjust. Again, clipped to him. Make it brighter. Give it a bit more contrast. Or before and after. Solid change, but makes him pop a little better. Vibrance adjust, stark difference. Original almost looks black and white. We'll do the same to the levels here. Bring it up a little. Just so that the difference between the background and the foreground is not that big, but big enough to represent background and foreground. Bring our text back in. You know what? With the color changes, I'm a little bit more sold on this thumbnail. Got our square. Now, do I want to do the classic turn this into the face? It's usually what I do. Do I want to make it part of the symbol? Down here. That actually looks kind of dope. Do a little bit of masking here. Just your everyday, your divergent experience. Actually, that's another one I need to mask. I need to mask you. We'll get rid of the level adjustments for this because it'll make the colors whack. Grab our brush, grainy acrylic, my beloved. We'll get rid of this. I had to battle so many driver versions for Affinity. My stylus is scratching the screen. Where's the sock? Oh, my screen is gunky. Probably from the mud dust, plaster dust. Bring these back in. And now that the background on that is what it's supposed to, change the layer type on this. Just need to make sure that it's noticeable when it's small. Not sure which one I want. I don't want it to be too subtle, but do I want it to be very noticeable? If I lower the opacity, so I'm checking these. Took a few tries to get to that quote. I mean, it's hard to not love an average layer type. It's just so average. Endearingly average. A side project would be to modify this. So I would take the logo and make it into a vector so that I can change the inside colors however I please. And then I could better mix it into thumbnails. Shouldn't be terribly hard to do. Although I would probably want to do that in Designer, not in Photo. I think I'm going to go with difference actually. Makes it a little bit more saturated while still having the opacity not be 100%. It's gonna say Khaz no, but actually might make my life easier. Yeah, and it won't take that long. The thing about a Julia drawing is that it's very smooth lines. Like this was probably achieved with the circle tool. So I could just grab the circle tool, ellipse, sorry, and do, actually I can do it from center. Just do that. Nudge it a little. And then you have it. So I could do it. I do run the risk of putting a lot of work into something that I will never use. If I end up using it, that isn't like the thumbnail arrow experiment. The problem is that I suck at drawing arrows in any way. So I simply decided to quit that thought. I'm going to call this done. Tyrant's Realm. And export it, of course. Oh, I think I saved it to the wrong folder. Did I save it to the wrong folder? I did. Supposed to go in the projects folder. There we go. So that's that for that. Man, I sure wish I had air conditioning right about now. Anyways. Not your problem. We'll just quickly move on to the next one and not dilly-dally for too long. The retreats. Actually, I didn't need to use this as template. We'll find that interesting. I also have no notes for this one, so it'll be a bit of a gamble. As to what I can achieve. Are they going to play root trees all the way through? Julia wanted to finish it, or wanted to keep going on Sunday. This video is 2.5 hours long. She did not want to stop. So my guess is yes. Although I don't know if they're gonna do the root tree mania. Which is like an extra challenge that comes in the Steam version of the game. You're still as obsessed with this genre as you were during the Overton era. It's a good one. It's a fun concept for a game to have to like uncover details as more connections come through. You're so tempted to buy it, but you don't think your laptop can handle it. I think Obra Dinn is not the most demanding game. Root Tree Mania is hard, you got really stumped. The base game is already kind of challenging. It's easy to go down a lead that doesn't really give you more information. Kind of like that interface. It's a wild fact, for me, to me at least, that the artist that the developer hired for this game is the same one who did the art for the Bloodborne board game. And also pretty much every big board game in the last 10 years. Like this is the artist that did the art for Clue, Game of Life. I believe they did art for the Star Trek board game, or one of the Star Trek board games. And they also worked on this. And this game, much like most interesting games from the last decade, came from a game jam, week-long game jam, and then was turned into a fully developed game. You can still find the free version on itch.io. It does have AI art, which is unfortunate, but it was a game jam. Do I want to use that one show screenshot with the connections on the board and just replace the character, like that person's face with Julia's face? Have I done that before? It feels like that's something I have done. The important part is they fleshed out the final game with real art, which is great. Yeah. I'm glad that they decided to fully commit for the actual game. You'll swap for that on the first retreat thumbnail? No, the first retreat thumbnail is this. Talking about that one, that one image. Don't even remember this. Do I want to take a screenshot of this, or just find an image of this and change Julia's face in here? I guess I could put Julian like here. And sort of replicate it. Yes. Just key. Hello. Shiny day to you. Don't know if it was an SSS video or a comp. Have I done that? I don't think I have. But I wouldn't put it past me. Might be a comp. Let's go to YouTube and just look up Secret Sleepover compilation. Not seeing anything of that nature. Did I have an original idea? That cannot be true. In this economy? The results no longer show me like Secret Sleepover compilations. If I just search comp. Yeah, I feel like someone must have done it already. It feels like the thing to do. Well, I'm doing it, and if someone already did it, well, that's just art, baby. Chili day. Art. She drew herself in that pose in the We Got Fired episode. Oh, interesting. I'm deleting everything because this is based on, this is a new file based on the original file. So no, I'm not deleting things I did. The point was to use first one as the base because I thought I had a number picked, but I don't have a number picked. And by a number picked, I mean the colors for it. Where the fuck do I keep these? Sure. This is so low quality. Let's do. So it's always going to sound familiar because it's a meme format. True. Now, my second conundrum here. Do I use real Julia or do I use portrait Julia? And the question is, how much do I want to clickbait Drawfee viewers? It's a good face. I guess I already did my round of clickbaiting with the first thumbnail, because it does just straight up uses their portraits. Which avatar? True. Which is one finger typing on Jacob's keyboard might make that kind of frustrating face. True. The problem is that that would be on the webcam, which would be so tiny. Although it might add to the vibe of the image. I just need a slightly deranged Julia face. Oh, she looks directly down at the keyboard. Trying to parse where all the letters are. It's not clickbait since they are clicking for people from Drawfee and getting people from Drawfee. No, it is clickbait. Clickbait doesn't mean that you don't get the payoff. It just means that I essentially forced you into figuring out what's going on. I just got a new keyboard yesterday, so you feel our pain. I showed it on the stream that I did back in Austin, but I got this very tiny 75% keyboard with my boomer font on the letters, as Lep described it. I thought that I was gonna miss the F row, but this keyboard has a thing where if you hold a key, it does something different. So I just have my F row as just holding these buttons. And I thought I was gonna miss the arrow keys, but pressing function and these buttons for arrows is actually super convenient. Like, it's easy, and I don't use the arrows that much. So this is a very nice keyboard. It's like very compact. Here's a face of fucking shit. Here's a face comparison. It's like one and a half Khaz faces from reference. It's incredibly small. They do sell a 75% version of this keyboard, which I might get, but they already have 4 keyboards. Only this one I'm using. Do not get into mechanical keyboards. You always find another one that you're like, if I had that one, maybe it would be fine. This is the wrong scene. Am I okay? You know the answer to that question. All right. If I wanted to play the long game with these thumbnails, I could make the original thumbnail. I could build off of it and keep adding more and more nodes as it goes on. But I don't think this series is going to go for that long. It might have like 1 or 2 streams extra. And it has the Logitech keyboard. It has a trackpad on the side. It's a full keyboard. Cannot fucking type on that thing. I find that style of keyboard very useful if you have like a computer connected to your TV or something. While in the US, I bought a foldable keyboard to connect to the Chromecast, so it would be easier to type. I don't know if easier is a word I would use to describe that keyboard, or easier to use. Sometimes it was better, but not all the time. It's got a mechanical keyboard, needs something with numpad and volume buttons. I used to really like having a numpad. Actually, I can show you my previous keyboard. If I can get it under my console. The average playtime for the game is 8 hours. So, a 5 streamer then. That's a case. Because it's a fancy keyboard. Magnetic backplate on that was really good. So this was my other keyboard. Much tinier font, but it is a full-size keyboard. Or like a full-featured keyboard. It is slightly smaller than a regular keyboard because all the keys are like connected to each other. I believe this is similar to what Jacob has, because Jacob has a keyboard that has the F keys lined up with the number keys. But compared to this one, you can't see what I'm doing. Significantly smaller. Yerkert, hello. I'm talking about my obsession with keyboards. Oh, your new one looks like with a compact numpad. Yeah, I really like this keyboard, but sadly having a numpad on this side didn't really help me because I use the numpad for hotkeys most of the time, but it does get in the way when I'm not using it. So I was like, I need something that can have a numpad, but not all the time. So I ended up buying a separate macro pad for it. And then I realized I don't even use the numpad all that much. Because I don't do accounting. Anyways, did I say hi to your Kurt? I think I did. Hello again if I didn't. Shiny day. Ow. Tendon on my hand hurt. Unpleasant. Can you? Oh. It works if you connect the keyboard. You already have some silent switches, but not nearly enough for full keyboards, and you got them for making a macro pad. The switches I have on this newer, smaller keyboard are actually optical, so they can sense the travel. You can actually set the travel point to whatever you want. It's pretty overkill. Am I back in Chile? I am. Dealing with the weather. I'm also, I don't know if you've noticed when I was on the main cam, but I have a tarp behind me because I'm painting that wall. And my AC is behind that, so I can't use my AC right now. I really need to get that finished, or I'm going to explode. Probably get some silent switches at some point, just loud. Yeah, I usually go with blues. I like linear silent. Browns are also good. Those are tactile. Before I bought this keyboard I was using, because I bought it while I was in the US, I didn't bring a keyboard with me because I knew I was going to buy a new keyboard. But I was using one of Lep's keyboards for a little bit, and hers are nice. They have like this cool kind of typewriter sort of switch style or keycap style, but the switches are clicky, and I can't with the clickies. Not for me. That one has red switches. Yeah, those are linear clickies. Actually, tactile clickies should be, because you can feel the actuation of the key and you can hear the sound. A lot of companies will have their own flavor of those with like different colors or names, but generally you have red, brown, and blue in order of how clicky they are. Because Newfie, which is the company that I have all my keyboards from, they call them like Wistera, I think it is, and Cactus, and Strawberry or some shit. fun names, but they are just red, brown, and blue. Although technically theirs, if you're going solely by color, are red, green, and purple. And the ones on this keyboard are called Jade Pros, which are their optical switches. Love the names they have. They're always silly. They didn't take a second ad break, which means I have even less chances of finding a good Julia face. So we'll have to deal with this. Holy panda, shrimp, baby, kangaroo. Love some There we go. My mic ran out of battery. You're not losing it. I don't know that. I'll probably display my keyboards on a shelf or something, just so that I don't just have them tucked away. So that would be pretty silly. We'll add a some mask layer. We'll add another mask. Intersect. And we're back to our brush. We'll remove section that has the hand. Should probably change the cigarette to a stylus or something. Truly doesn't smoke. It doesn't serve the image in any way. Took one look at the rubber ducky pieces and immediately lost all interest. If I knew how to solder, I probably would go the rabbit hole of building my own shit. Should I keep the sweater color? Should I not keep the sweater color? We'll do a slightly different, actually. I should be using my wrist rest that I use mostly as a elbow rest. So a lot of those keyboard pills have gotten super common. I mean, mine are hot swappable. I would want to create, I guess my problem would be that I would have to create my own PCB. Which there are services that will print a PCB for you. What is this and? Print and etch, I should say. Etch. T is important. Gotta buy eggs. Enjoy egg. We're gonna do a small edit here. Take our acrylic. Gonna make it not perfect black. I'm gonna switch this for the illusion of a stylus. technically a stylus goes all the way through. How's the stylus look? A little taper towards the end. Should go up a little. I'll just draw a shade rectangle and I'll erase it to the correct proportions. Too small, we're getting into blunt territory. There. Then unnecessary, we'll do this as a mask. I did it wrong. Where's the fucking fingers? I lost perspective. That is this one. Is there any filter that will make me, or that will make this fit a bit better? Can add some noise. We're gonna add bit of blur, actually add the noise after the blur. Oh, it's to me so much blurrier. Now my issue is the JPEG artifacting. Still don't know how to properly. Oh, you know what I can do? Let's gonna copy this new from clipboard. Wrong fucking clipboard. Copy that. Going to undo some of these masks. Actually, that one can stay. We're gonna export it at low quality. Low quality Julia face. And then we're gonna go back to this. Import it. I should have exported it as a PNG. No, but then I wouldn't get the fucking artifacting. Just want it. Also, stylus on her face. I think that varying degrees of wrong. Can I get some JPEG artifact on a PNG? No. Okay, whatever. We'll do it the hard way then. We'll do it the hard way by grabbing this, color selection, mask that selection, do it wrong, undo it, invert the selection, mask that, rasterize and trim, unselect, and we're going to select all of this, duplicate it. If I remember which is my duplicate button, I found it, don't worry. The masks are not going to work because they're in the wrong part of the image because it's not the same image. Okay, don't need to blur. Fuck, one at a time. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to, this looks like a nightmare. I need to, actually no, yes, keep the blur. Whoops. I need to scratch right where the microphone is. Looked like with Julia for a second. We're gonna make this slightly bigger. I accidentally duplicated the mask. All I wanted to do. Remove that. Who was Julia looking for? Deba? Debbie? It's like Debbie Bean or something. Oh, there is the. I guess there was also the choice of. Choosing that. Lopsig, hello. Shiny day to you. Thank you, thank you. I am in tarp hell because I'm painting my room and it's getting extremely warm in here. We do have a thermometer, not a thermometer. Yeah, I guess it would be a thermometer. 29 Celsius, which is 29 C to F. 84 in freedom units. Peach Cliff. That's incredible. Love seeing your emotes are so fun. Do a silent stream so I can turn a fan on. I'm almost done anyways. I just need to figure out what to put in here. And this will not be a problem on Thursday, so what ifs. I need to put the SSS logo here somewhere. Actually, do I? By my own ruling, I don't have to because Julia's face is in the thumbnail. I guess I can hide it somewhere here. Is that Robotnik? Is that Dr. Eggman? Or am I just seeing what I want to see? Questions that will never have answers. We need a perspective. Shift in here. We'll just do a simple light perspective filter. Then we'll grab this and slap it somewhere. And we'll give it whatever blends in the best. Soft light seems okay. There was one book. Steamy correspondence? No, there was something that led to steamy correspondence. I know Julia was like locked into a clue that ended up being the best clue to have. I guess it was a person. I think I should add it because the fastest way to distinguish SSS from compilations. True. I got competition now. Competition. I wanted to... Let's just add text steamy correspondence. That's a long ass word. Hey, you know that's a long ass word. Also, I don't think I spelled correspondence correctly. I don't think I've ever spelled that word before in my life. Super did not. How's it spelled? Correspondence. C-O-R-R-E-S. Okay. D, it's correspond. D is nuts. correspondence. If I want a short text, there is p flag. There is p flag, which is an actual thing I've learned from chat. I don't think correspondence is the word to put here. Because I can't put it too low. Now, P flag. I could put P flag. But it might look like I'm investigating P flag. And I don't know how that looks. Like I'm questioning P flag. It is extremely cryptic. I like the visual of it, like from a designer's standpoint. But it does give like conspiracy theory vibes in a bad way. Yeah, I'm gonna rule that as a no for now. I could just do good old talk about the emotion of the host and just put can't stop sleuthing. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Feels inappropriate to say that about your boss's wife. Did I spell that correctly? Sleuth. Yeah. It's silly. I'm gonna continue with it. Let's make that the same width. And just put it front and center. My music ran out. Cool. And we'll give it the classic outer shadow, my beloved. My tried and true. Nothing better than a good outer shadow for creating contrast. Outer glow sometimes can work. I haven't yet to find a way to use it appropriately. My forehead is so shiny. Also, these lights, they are bright enough that I don't have my window closed. And the one above me, the red light, is at like 10%. For those who missed the light mode stream on when I was in Texas. Love a nice text channel, makes subtitles so much nicer. It fucking drives me insane when subtitles don't have something behind them. Because then I can't fucking see them anyways. What's the point? As someone who's been like doing subtitles for like the better part of a year, actually closer to a year and a half at this point, it's so easy to just not make him bad, just make him good. Why are you not making them good? And this isn't like, it's mostly on TV shows when they have a department that's specific to making subtitles because they are required on television. And it's like, come on, dude. Just a block. I don't anything. Let's add an arrow. I'm just gonna freehand this arrow because I have no self-respect. I'm gonna do it with a chisel, a chisel pen. Classic YouTuber red. That was almost good. I should have the stabilizer on. That would be an extremely good thing to do. Should I do it from like the bottom? Putting the stabilizer for that section. I'm going to zoom in. Shouldn't point at the armpit. Let's move it slightly. Should use the fill tool. Wrong color. Wrong button. Video games have that problem too, which is wild. You program the video game pretty confident you can end up pulling contrast behind some subtitles. Yeah. Like it's just do better. Points directly at armpit. Some people... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I thought better. And you know what I also think better? I think I better save this file and get out of here. This is the root trees are down. The root trees are down. Where's the D? The root trees are dead. Oh, I need to put a fucking number on it. For core. What's the logo? The root trees are dead. It's just black and white. I wish it weren't. Arthur, hello! Shiny day. Welcome in. Exhaustion is getting to me. Somewhat, yeah. I can use the MS-DOS colors actually, yeah. Let's do that. That's fun. I need to take a screenshot of this green. Crazy, I know. We can do gray and blue like that. So we can do number high contrast color. With the outline being the low contrast color. That looks awful. I think I'm going to keep the outline white. The gray is too neutral. White looks okay. And we're going to use fill on that one. Make the colors the same. That looks neat. Love the little spider. It is pretty nice. How's everyone? I'm sweating. I have a tarp behind me that is blocking the AC because I'm painting that wall. I should be done with that today. Hopefully. I mean, there's no reason why I wouldn't be done with that today, besides cleaning all of the plaster dust, because it's plaster and it gets everywhere when you sand it. Which is the only reason I have the plastic. I don't think I would have really needed it if I was just painting. We're gonna save this, export it as episode 2 of The Root Trees Are Down. I really need to start doing that thing where you put the at the end of the sentence. And close this, I don't need you anymore. We're gonna reopen the first one. Which I should have here. The trees. Goodbye, low quality JPEG, Julia. Yeah. There's a song that goes like that. It's something something is down. It's like a house song, techno song. I have no idea what it is, but it's stuck in my head, and it's just that sentence. And recently it has been converted to the root trees are down. The system is down, maybe? I genuinely do not remember. Add the fill color to that. I didn't add it to the number for some reason. And you are a 1. Save that, export it. To update later. Would our videos do better if I didn't put a number on the thumbnail? Yes, they would. Will I ever stop? No, I'm stubborn. Also, it would just translate into our viewer retention being lower, so there's no winning. The only way to win is to not have series in your channel, or do what Real Civil Engineer does, where he explains the entire game every time he plays it, just to make sure that everyone's all up to speed. They don't have to watch the whole series. Which obviously Jacob and Julia are not going to be doing. But you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be going to drink a cold glass of whatever I can find. While I'm here, I should update the thumbnails. Just so I don't forget. Because it has happened. Thumbnails. If I just put real civil engineer explaining to this Skyline before the start of every stream. Yeah, I'm going to start editing other people's explanations of games at the start of every video. Solid idea. This is Tyrant's Realm. They're both with a T. I just always see Skyline. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes it easier for me. I don't have to keep searching for new clips. Remember the time zone difference. Has been scheduled. And let's put the thumbnail on you. The root trees. And schedule you for Sunday at the usual time. I guess there's no more Sundays this month, huh? Crazy. Crazy how Sundays just disappear. But yeah, that is me as streamer, continuing to stream. I am back, but there will be a couple skips. I believe I have places to be this weekend. Birthday or something. And then on the week of February 14th, that weekend we are going out to a cabin. So this weekend and like 2 weekends from now, actually, yeah, I'll have nothing this weekend or no stream this weekend. Yes, next weekend, then no, the weekend after that. And from there on, I should be completely back to regular streaming. It's just this happens to be the time where people have vacation. That's a word that they always throw around. Not sure what that means. But they get together for that. There must be some sort of like holiday celebration, some religious thing. But I will be back on Thursday for a game. I do have one lined up. A little short and sweet game. Will be cute and wholesome for the whole family. Khaz, you've been wonderful. Remember that you're very important to me. And remember, ask for help when you're painting a room. Worcestershire.